Hello YouTube, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. I've been getting Spyderco knives this year in fits and starts and stops and not the big bundles that we've had in the past. One reason is, from my opinion, just my opinion, they killed us last year. It was my first year in the collectors club, and we'd get 6 7 knives at a time. And leading up to Christmas, I remember putting out thousands of dollars. So maybe that's it. Also, as you guys might have seen in the catalog and in the releases that they haven't released a whole bunch of knives this time around. But I have noticed a lot of distributor exclusives, so that's all good. So I wanted to hurry this to you. Just got it in the mail today. This is the knife of the day. It's the new Sprint Run Spyderco Stretch 2. But the most important part of this is it has a straight spine. That's what makes this stretch so much different than the others. So here's the form factor of a regular stretch. The stretch is one of Spyderco's earlier designs. In 1983, Sal Glesser, the founder of Spyderco, wanted to come up with a knife that he could use outside to do outside chores as well as inside. And he came up with the Hunter, and this is the Hunter shape. It is now called the Stretch 2. This is Stretch 2. The difference is, as you can see, the other stretch had that belly and a swoop. The current stretch with the straight spine, now this is the blade that you have come to recognize on things like the paramilitary too. So it's more of that standard Spyderco sort of leaf blade, unlike this, which is a unique blade. Now the stretch is still being distributed. For instance, this is this is the Toku 2 stretch that was just released not too long ago as a Sprint Run. Now my question has been, when I first saw this on Instagram, someone posted an image, and my question is a stretch with a straight spine a stretch? Now, Sprint Runs are exclusive, limited edition, probably around 1,200 plus or minus 200. They usually include different scales or different steel or both. And it's an older design that has something special to it, a one-of-a-time specialness to it, and it's limited edition. So I don't know. The one-of-a-kind specialness to this is the straight spine. I don't know if this is the only straight spine or if this stretch is going to replace this stretch. But my question is this the same knife? Well, Spyderco says yes. It just has a straight spine. You can't complain about it. I mean, this is the standard blade that we have us Spyderco fans have come to love with the Paramilitary 2 and other knives. Of course, this has VG10 steel. So the big change that makes this a Sprint Run is, of course, a major change in design, and that's the blade design with the straight spine. VG10 steel. It's 3.5 inches. Of course, it has a forward choil that a lot of Spyderco knives do. This is like a 60. Part of that choil is the handle. The 40% is the steel on the blade. So while it's a 3.5 inch blade, it's a 3-inch cutting surface. The edge is 3 inches. The total length is 8.2 inches. So it's a nice, bigger, medium knife. I'll show you this compared to the Paramilitary 2 and the Endura. This is just under the Endura size. It's a real nice size for a knife. And of course, I always loved it because of that unique shape. But I cannot complain about this knife. It's going to confuse me for a while. It'll be interesting to see where we go with this with Spyderco. Whether this replaces, even though it's a sprint run, which is a modification, will this replace the Stretch 2 with the curvy, with the belly? We'll have to see. Total, like I said, 8.2 inches, good size knife. All around EDC knife, and now it has an all around EDC blade that shouldn't turn anyone off. 3.8 ounces. Now the other special thing is these ivory FRN scales that Spyderco has put on this, as you can see. Like an off-white scales. FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon. Of course, I call it space age plastic. Very durable. The back lock, and of course, inside it does have stainless steel liners, heavily skeletonized. And the hour clip, the little regular clip, the hourglass clip, and it's 4-way. You can have it left hand, right hand, tip up or tip down. It's just a really solid EDC knife. And a special knife that you should grab because it is a limited edition. And as far as sprint runs go, it is not that expensive. So when I first saw it, for me as a huge Spyderco fan who has had most of the Spyderco models in his hand, it freaked me out a bit. I was like, huh? A straight spine for the Stretch 2? You know, they have been redefining or introducing this year a lot of knives in between some standard knives. You know, we've seen a special knife that was in between for the Endura and the Delica. We've seen, of course, the Shaman and the Chief and the Little Native. We've been seeing a lot of different knives, but those weren't introduced as sprint runs. So I'm interested to see how far this goes. There you go. That's the Endura. That's the Spyderco Stretch 2 Sprint Run. Straight spine. That's the regular formation. The regular look for a Stretch 2. And then we have the Para 2. So you can see, Paramilitary 2, you can see the blades are the same shape that we've all gotten used to. Same really with the Endura. There you have it, brand new. Wanted to get it to you as fast as possible so you'd have a chance to go grab it. Should be available everywhere you buy your knives since it's coming straight from Spyderco. It's the brand new Sprint Run limited edition Spyderco Stretch 2. But here's the big thing with the straight spine. The straight spine right here with VG10 steel and those beautiful ivory FRN scales. There you have it. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you know when I post a video. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm recording this on a Friday. It's been cold and wet and chilly. I hope you guys are taking good care of yourselves. This is flu season. Please take care of yourselves. And man, I have been struggling. I've been telling you guys for 2 years now, take some time away from social media. I've been struggling to do the same. And now I get in my easy chair, turn it all off, start to read, and all of a sudden I find myself waking up. So, but you know what? I feel a lot better. So take some time out for yourself. Be selfish for yourself for a little bit. 100% pretty much of you guys are men, and men rarely do that. So treat yourself. I appreciate you all. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.